just like that, right there. Shalom, 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 everybody. I wanted to give you a little synopsis of what really transpired, in segments, of course. Today I found myself going back down memory lane, and I came across this old Christmas performance from December 2023, one of the last Christmas concerts I ever did. And I was singing with live music, standing in my element, doing what I loved most. And honestly, when I watched it back, I could see it all over me. The joy, the bliss, the passion. I was in euphoria, okay? I was fully in it. I loved singing. I still love singing. At that time, I loved the music. I loved the atmosphere. I loved the beauty of it all. The lights, the decor, the instruments, the people, the festivity. It was the whole world I knew so well. And for a moment, I just sat there thinking, wow. Because at that point in my life, I had no idea what the Most High was about to do. I did not know He was about to completely interrupt my world. I did not know He was about to strip me of everything I thought I knew. I did not know He was about to call me out of performance and call me into truth. But He did. And that is what makes this reflection so personal for me. People have watched me change. They have watched me step down. They have watched me leave behind roles and spaces, platforms, and even parts of myself that looked so alive. I stepped down from pastoral ministry. I stepped away from praise and worship. I walked away from churchianity. I walked away from singing the way I once knew it. And what has stood out to me is how few people ever stop to ask the real question. Not the what happened to her, or not why is she different now, not what is she doing, but rather what could make her walk away from a life like that? What could make her leave something she clearly loved? What could make me walk away from everything that I loved and treasured and cherished so deeply? What could have been more compelling than the spotlight, the applause, the affirmation, the music, the beauty, the platform, the social circle? And my answer is simple. The Most High Yah. Only Yah could pull me away from something I genuinely loved. Only Yah could interrupt a life that looked rich on the outside, but was leaving me empty on the inside. Only Yah could say, enough. Enough performing. Enough living in the glow of what looks beautiful while dying in private. Enough presenting a life that seems full while your soul is starving for truth. It is almost like He said, you have done enough performing. I'm calling you to walk with me now. You've been asleep and it's time to wake up. I'm unplugging you from the life you knew. And just like that, literally just snatched me up. And that is exactly what it felt like. Life being unplugged, it's like having the wig off of my whole world snatched clean off. Like being unplugged out of a system, a rhythm, and an identity I had grown so comfortably in. And might I say, I was happy, wealthy, having the time of my life. But it was like waking up and realizing that what I thought was life was not the fullness of truth. And this part of my journey reminds me in a small way of Moses. Not because I was raised in Pharaoh's house, don't get me wrong, but because there is something about being pulled away from comfort, from status, beauty, affirmation, and everything familiar, and being called into something greater, weightier, and even truer. And I know that might sound a little cliche, but I had public affirmation. I had a platform. I had a purpose as I understood it then. I had the joy of performance and the beauty of expression. But Yah saw deeper. He saw beyond the singing. He saw beyond the smiles. He saw beyond the public life. He saw what was not aligned. He saw what needed to die. He saw that I could not keep living off appearance, emotion, performance, and even tradition. And so he called me out. That is what I want people to understand. When you see me now, do not just see what I left. Do not just see what changed. Do not just stare in confusion and silence, but ask yourself, what truth must a person find to make them walk away from everything they once loved? Because truth be told, I did it. I really did. That joy was real. That passion was real. That gift, believe me, it's definitely real. But the call of Yah was real too. And when truth starts calling your name, eventually performance loses its power. So yes, I can look back and smile. I even giggled. I can honor the beauty of that moment. And I can acknowledge the gift that singing was to me. It still is. But I can also say with confidence that reason I walked away was not because life got boring or because I was confused or because I lost myself, which I'm pretty sure many thought I did. Went crazy, went off my rockers. But it was because Yah called me higher. He called me deeper. He called me out. And he called me to truth. He wanted me to return to the Torah. And when the Most High calls you, there are some things you cannot keep carrying with you into the next chapter. And I know for many that looks very different. And I know for many, instead of just hearing the purity and the innocence of my experience, some might even say, well, do you think you're holier than thou? Do you think you're more righteous? Do you think you're more... Hey, if that's what it looks like to you, I'm also in the place of peace between myself and the Most High Yah. I know what he's done for me, and that's all that matters. My answer then and now is still the same. What could make me give up everything I had for what I have now? And the answer is simple. The Most High Yah.